We have to be extraordinary.
I have been very fortunate in life.
It must be wonderful to be you, with your perfect husband and your perfect marriage. I will be putting all of my effort into making Bill and Haley pay.
We're getting married tomorrow!
You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news. Hey, Beyond the Gates fans. I've got your weekly spoilers for February 23rd through the 27th. Kat is unhinged and June is spilling some critical information. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, reach down, hit that subscribe button. Let's jump right in. Monday, February 23rd is Season 2, Episode 36 of BTG, and we've got June giving Joey a critical piece of information. Now, I think this is about Haley's engagement ring, and I think that she spotted Lynette with it, and that could be what triggers a big break in the case of Haley's mugging. Maybe not in terms of the police, but at least in terms of Joey figuring out what actually went on. June has got a really sharp eye. If you remember, the second she saw the rings in the bathroom, she knew they were Naomi's and she recognized them and called her. So, I think June is definitely going to know what Haley's big rock looks like. Anita tells Nicole and Danny that she is going public with her diagnosis, and they are stunned. But Anita's got to do it because the gossips around Fairmont Crest, specifically Anastasia, are causing problems, and she wants to do this on her own terms instead of people thinking she's, getting drunk and staggering around the club when it's actually her being short of breath because of the chemo. So, Gayle King is guest starring on Beyond the Gate. She's going to be interviewing Anita about her cancer diagnosis now that they can't hide it anymore because of all the gossips. So Gayle talks to Anita on the set of CBS Good Morning. And Gayle has, by the way, played herself before on 30 Rock, on Queen Sugar, and on a handful of other shows. Anita tells Gayle that she was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer just before Christmas, and they're going to have a very serious talk about that, and about awareness and things that are very important for women dealing with this. Samantha is struggling with school and life balance. Cotillion is eating up a lot of her time too, I'm sure. Plus, Haley looks at a photo on Ree's phone this week and says that man's not a threat to anybody. And Randy is telling her better him than you. So, it looks like they may be looking for a fall guy for this mugging. Tuesday, February 24th is Season 2, Episode 37 of Beyond the Gates, and Lynette is making more and more demands and Haley's trying to deliver them, so she's not out it. Now, it's kind of crazy for Lynette to really leverage her, because that seems like mutually assured destruction, because if she goes to Bill with anything about Haley, then Bill's going to stop doing her case pro bono. And, unless at this point she's gotten her charges dropped successfully, she's not really in a position to be pushing too much. Joey pulls some strings and somebody is allowed to escape. So, this ties back to Bill's asking that Joey find Haley's mugger. Also, Bill is furious about something. So, I suspect that the fall guy that Randy has picked out may be somebody who was recently arrested, maybe a repeat offender in the mugging crime scene in the DMV, and they may be throwing this guy under the bus because of course he would deny it whether he did it or not. So, any random criminal, right? Kat has a proposition for Tomas, and Kat asks if he is down with them shacking up. If you remember, Tomas asked Kat to move in with him back in December. But at that time, she told Tomas no, that they were moving too fast. So, he asked Kat if she wants him to move in with her, because he is her only option. Chelsea's moving in with Madison obviously because they're getting married, and Tomas is going to tell Kat no. Plus, Vanessa asks Donnell to do her a favor, and that's obviously to go along with Samantha to Cotillion. They were talking about it at the table with Nicole, and Samantha was really excited about it. This week, Anastasia's granddaughter, Chessie, is hassling Samantha up at Orphe Jeans, saying she doesn't have an escort to Cotillion. But then, Donnell shows up at the restaurant and tells Samantha, sorry he's late, and gives her a big hug. And of course, Chess's jaw drops 'cause he's handsome. He's a college guy. He has been an escort prior years to Cotillion. He's a big catch. Wednesday, February 25th is Season 2, Episode 38 of BTG, and it's the last day of February sweeps. We've got Derek making a decision about his career now. That his time as a firefighter is over. Leslie and Eva are bickering about the clinic. And Leslie tells Eva she's going to show her how real business is done and says, "Watch and learn." Is Ashley's workversary, and she and Shanice are talking about her first year at the hospital. Plus, Jacob runs into Isaiah while he's working undercover, and Jacob asks, "What the hell are you doing out here?" And Isaiah says, "I could ask you the same thing." So, hopefully he won't blow Jacob's cover. The good news is Isaiah has a shady past in the DMV. He's moved past his former criminality and is a straight-up guy now, as far as we know. But at least if he's somewhere dodgy, he could always claim that it's from a past association. Thursday, February 26th, Season 2, Episode 39 of Beyond the Gates. And we've got Leslie deciding to do some promotion of her own. And I wonder if she's going to somehow tailgate off Anita's interview to get some attention for herself. I would not put it past Leslie to do an interview talking about how her mom was such a good friend of Anita's and, how close Leslie is to the family. Just, make Anita's cancer all about her. That seems like a Leslie thing to do, but we'll find out. Maybe it's something else. And we're also going to find out this week if Derek is going to take that job with Leslie. Kat is ranting about Lara's near-to accident that has never been answered for. She's convinced that both Leslie and Eva were involved. We all know from watching just Leslie. Naomi updates Ashley and tells her about Jacob moving out of their place for his undercover work. And there's a whole call to action in the DMV after Anita's interview with Gail King airs, and everybody realizes she has cancer. I'm sure she's going to get lots of support from lots of people. Andre and Danny have a visitor they weren't expecting and don't want. I have lots of suggestions. Haley, Anastasia, Leslie. We'll see. Friday, February 27th on Beyond the Gates is Season 2, Episode 40. And we've got Vanessa trying to cheer up her bestie Nicole. And this may be about, reality setting in because Anita had to reveal her cancer to the world because of the country club gossip column people. We'll see. Chelsea has a blow-up with a cousin, and my money is on Kat. They have had a lot of disagreements in the past, and a lot of them have been about Eva. Nicole and Ted are worried about Kat because she has an escalating confrontation with Eva and Leslie. And I think this comes down to Kat had a bad week because Tomas turned her down, and Eva is where she goes to rage when she's upset about things. Not that Eva doesn't have some heat coming. I'm not saying that. But that's what Kat generally does when she's triggered is she goes and, takes a swipe at Eva. Smitty's chatting with an old friend, and they're catching up, and I wonder if this is tied to the plasma case, and Isaiah gets asked for a meeting and their request surprises him. And again, I'm wondering is this tied to the plasma case, since he has got a history. He was flirting with gang activity back in his teen years. There were